There's a fly, I guess,
Well,
was crawling around right under my right ear.
Hey y'all, I'm Grandmother Norris.
Hey y'all, I'm Granddaddy Norris.
And we're
Christians.
Did you lose your teeth?
No, I bit my jaw. And 1, 2, 3. And
we're Christians.
One morning we were standing there, and here goes this girl walking down the hallway, and I said, asked Buddy next to me, I said, who is that girl? They told me who it was. I said, I'm gonna marry that girl someday. That's the first time I saw her, and I just saw her from the back. I didn't see her. I didn't see her face.
How did he ask you on your first date?
One of my girlfriends from school, he had asked her out. He was in the service, in the Air Force, and he wrote her.
Well, actually, I saw her at the store in Crossville.
Okay, he saw her at the store.
And that's when I asked her, and then we corresponded by letter.
And she told him.
She wrote me a Dear John letter.
That she knew someone who didn't have a boyfriend.
I should have known right then that Dear John too.
He wrote me from Albany and asked if I would go out with him when he came home. And I said, sure. Be still and know that I am God.
Come down and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. That's Isaiah 1:18.
He's just showing them. A devout Christian. I always wanted to be a Christian. I think my mother walked down the aisle over at Blessing Church carrying my little sister, myself following her, maybe holding her hand or something when she was baptized. And Mother was always a person that would do anything for you. She was kind and good, and everybody loved her.
Okay, what was the question?
What made you want to be a devout Christian?
Because I wanted to serve God and do what was right and do it God's way.
I was baptized when I was 13, and it was over at Blessing Church, and it was a meeting. I don't know who held the meeting, but they sang Trust and Obey, and I think a couple of my cousins went forward and were baptized that night.
When was I baptized? I was baptized in September of 1964 in Albany, Georgia. They were having an area-wide campaign. A couple of workers came to the house and showed me some things in the scriptures that I did not know, and I knew it was contrary to what I had been doing and what they did where I had been attending services. I was a believer, but I didn't understand what I was believing in. Well, no, I knew that I was believing in God.
You were pretty smart about it.
All that. I hadn't been taught and hadn't learned a lot of what's important to know from the scripture. Of course, all the scriptures are important to know. I needed some guidance and some instruction.
He listened to me, but he don't ever tell anybody that. Mm-hmm. Look at me, I'm going to be so pretty anyway.
Oh, quit. Look at my hair, it's just blown everywhere.
I know it. Let me fix it.
We still court and date, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
When I can wake grandmother up from the nap. I didn't answer your question, but that's all you're going to get from me.
We studied the Bible together sometimes before we were married.
Ooh, that was our courting time.
That was our courting time. He would drive down to where his granddaddy used to work, and it was a farm, a horse farm at one time, and they had a light.
Big old security light in the driveway.
And we would pull in there, and we would sit there, and we would study the Bible.
I'd back the car up under that security light.
Wasn't that crazy?
I thought it was too, but that was it. It was that or take me home.
Okay, what's next? Definitely.
She hadn't learned it yet.
I've always been, even when I was a little child, I believe they call it precocious.
That sounds good. That's a good word. I don't know what it means, but it sounds good.
And I was not afraid of anything. And when I was hospital now. I forgot what I'm supposed to be saying.
You were a hard-headed
I
child.
was a hard-headed little girl.
You didn't want to submit to no one.
Right.
You were the queen.
I felt like that I was as smart as anybody. I could do anything in the world that anybody else could do if they showed me how.
Not if you can get people to follow you. Well, some people are like born leaders. They just have the natural ability. People just follow them and listen to them and so on. To take over and run something, that's not being a leader. That's just being selfish and some other things. It shows a lack of confidence when you have to take over, think you know more than anybody else.
No,
Can lead better than anybody else.
I didn't ever think that, but I thought that I was that I could be a leader, that I could do.
Well, yeah, and you were.
But you know what? I didn't think I could do everything he could do.
Like we got married, she found out she could.
I think. Anyway, I thought he was the smartest fella I ever.
Well, yeah, but if you think about some
Oh,
who
shut up.
you dated, it didn't take much to be smarter. The smartest fellow you ever knew.
All right, let's have the next question.
You were squeaking that thing.
Yes, you are.
I'm telling you, it's on grandmother's side.
Okay.
I hear it through this ear. It's coming from
I don't
What's
care.
the
I hear it
question
through
again?
this ear.
Which one of us you want to answer that first?
You answered. I've done.
God is always present. I believe that He was present in my life from the time I was born, or maybe even before.
And as we grow up and stuff, God is always with us, but we reach a point where we make our own decisions, and God allows us to make our decisions. Sometimes we make bad decisions. Bad things happen from the bad decisions, but it's not God's fault. Well, why didn't God stop me? Well, we wouldn't be who we are. We wouldn't be people if God stopped us when something bad was going to happen to us or whatever. And so, read His Word every day, study His Word often, let His Word guide us.
Yeah.
The psalmist says, "Thy word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." And when we let God's word be what it's intended to be, then, and we follow that, then we will be all the better off for it.
Cry.
I get up and storm out of the room, slam my door.
Okay.
Now that wasn't on there, dress rehearsal. How do we deal with disappointments and I hope you erase that off. I'm having to defend myself. There's a fly, I guess, was crawling around right under my right ear.
Did you finish?
No, I started and I slapped myself up the back of the ear.
Okay, what was the question?
How do you deal with disagreements and disappointments in your marriage?
What you have to do and what we try to do, Myron won't always do it, but we agree to disagree. We don't always agree on everything, but we talk it out and or just forget about it. Now we can't remember stuff, so we forget about things. But communication is very important in marriage. You have problems, talk it out.
Don't get mad and go away.
The wife does something the husband doesn't like, talk to her about it. Let her know what it is. Same thing with the husband and wife, the reverse of that. If one does something the other one doesn't like or doesn't agree with, talk it out. Let them know that you don't agree and tell them why and discuss it.
And sometimes you just have to go in the other room.
And sometimes you just go in the other room and cry a while.
Yeah.
And you go out to the barn, you go out to the garden and see if the corn's growing or whatever. You just have to get away for a while. And everybody, no matter whether you want to or not, each person needs some private time. An hour a day or 30 minutes or even 5 or 10 minutes, whatever whatever
But
would be
don't-
appropriate, but you need to just get away and,
But you don't go in
Okay,
another room and just let it boil.
no,
No.
and you do not go to bed and go to sleep mad at each other.
Never.
It's fine to be mad. It's fine to be angry. I mean, that's normal. But don't go to bed with ill feelings toward each other. You can go to bed, but don't go to sleep. You know, don't go to sleep with ill feelings toward you. Get it worked out, talked out, and get it
Because
settled before
you know
you go
you
to bed.
love each other, and that God loves you, and that it'll work out if you do what you're supposed to. Okay, how many more?
3 more.
She's done
Okay.
4 over the limit already.
Yes,
Yes.
sometimes, and sometimes we do it alone.
Yeah, sometimes we do it separately, but sometimes
Ethel
we
has
do
a
it
lot, he studies more than I do because he speaks still.
together. You talk all the time, but you don't get to do ladies' day speeches and stuff. I found out that if I put God first, let God's word guide me and direct me and follow it as best we can every day, and that's it. What do you like best about me, Grandmother?
He can kiss really good.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, bring it on, baby. My favorite thing about Grandmother is when she lays down to take a nap, then I can take a nap. Or I
I
can
was
read.
not going
I'm
to
a
say
old,
that
I'm
at
an old person.
all.
I'm an old person.
You didn't tell the truth.
I know, but they don't know it if you don't tell them.
That's all the questions. Like, you'll forget.
Well, that's all, folks.
Bye.
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 Bye.